Imagine waking up tomorrow and going to work, not in an office, not at a construction site, not behind a cash register. Instead, your job is to taste dog food. Or maybe you're paid to sleep in luxury beds all day. Or perhaps your entire career involves finding out whether amusement park slides are safe enough for the rest of us. These jobs sound completely made up, but they're real, and some of them pay surprisingly well. Here are 7 of the strangest jobs that actually exist. Yes, there are people whose literal job is to sleep. Mattress companies, hotels, and sleep researchers sometimes hire professional sleepers to test beds, pillows, sleep environments, and even monitor how different conditions affect rest. Imagine your boss asking you how productive you were today, and your answer is, "I slept for 8 hours." The job isn't always as easy as it sounds. Some studies require participants to follow strict schedules, sleep in laboratories, or test uncomfortable conditions. But still, getting paid while unconscious is probably one of the closest things to a real-life cheat code. Before your dog decides whether its food tastes terrible, sometimes a human has to test it first. Pet food companies employ specialists to evaluate things like texture, smell, and flavor. And before you imagine someone sitting down with a bowl of kibble and a spoon. The testing process is usually much more scientific than that. Testers may sample products and evaluate ingredients, consistency, and overall quality. Still, somewhere in the world, someone can technically say, "My job today was eating dog food." Try explaining that at a family reunion. Before thousands of people launch themselves down a brand new water slide, someone has to go first. Water slide testers evaluate things like speed, safety, water flow, and whether the ride is actually enjoyable, which sounds incredible. Until you realize your office is basically a staircase leading to a giant tube where you're repeatedly fired into a pool. "Sorry, we're going to need you to test it again." Most people would complain. A water slide tester probably just grabs the inflatable tube. Now let's go from one of the coolest jobs to one of the jobs where absolutely nothing could convince me to apply. Snake milkers collect venom from venomous snakes. The venom can then be used for scientific research and to help produce antivenom. The process requires extensive training and safety procedures. Because one mistake could be catastrophic. Imagine telling your friend you're having a rough day at work, and then they say, "Oh yeah, I spent mine extracting venom from a cobra." Suddenly your emails don't seem that stressful. Here's a job created by something everyone hates: waiting in line. Professional line standers are hired to wait for other people. That could mean waiting for a concert, a product launch, a restaurant, or some other event where the line is ridiculously long. You pay someone else to stand there. Then you show up when it's almost your turn. It's basically outsourcing boredom. And honestly, with the way some people value their time, this job makes way more sense than it sounds. The strangest part? As long as humans keep creating long lines, this job may never disappear. Golf courses have a surprising problem. A lot of golf balls end up in the water, and somebody has to get them back. That's where golf ball divers come in. Divers enter ponds and lakes on golf courses and collect thousands of lost golf balls. Those balls can then be cleaned, sorted, and resold. It sounds pretty relaxing, until you remember you're diving into dark water where you can't always see what's around you. And depending on where you are, there could be snakes, fish, or other things you really don't want swimming next to you. Still, if you're a good diver, you might be sitting on top of a literal underwater gold mine, except the gold is made of Titleists. And finally, possibly the most uncomfortable job on this list: professional odor testers. Some companies need people to test how effective products are at controlling odor. That can involve testing deodorants, soaps, laundry products, shoes, and other products. So yes, there are people who professionally evaluate smells that the rest of us spend money trying to avoid. Imagine going home and someone asks, "How was work?" and you have to say, "Honestly, terrible." The weirdest thing about these jobs isn't that they exist. It's that most of them were created because someone, somewhere, had a problem that needed solving. And that's actually a pretty interesting lesson. There are probably jobs being invented right now that don't even exist yet. So who knows? Maybe in 10 years, you'll have a job title that sounds completely ridiculous today. Which of these jobs would you actually do? And more importantly, which one would you refuse to do, no matter how much they paid you? Drop your answer in the comments, and subscribe for more strange things that actually exist.